Gender inequality, a topic which concerns me, a young student living in Japan, and a topic which in the last 10 years the world has finally started addressing. And yet in this country I see no change. This surprised me when I first moved here, as Japan is such an advanced, fluent, democratic country, but a country that fails to improve gender inequality. This topic has always struck me, as when I was younger, football, or soccer, as some of you might call it, was my favorite sport. When I would tell other adults this, they would stare at me with a shocked face, and I remember not thinking much of it. But now, I see that there was a deeper meaning behind this. That these parents have these gender roles embedded into their heads that they already decide what little girls and little boys are supposed to be doing. Why is it that men are the ones with the power in the relationship? Why is it that women are the ones who have to stay home and take care of their newborn? Female and male activists in favor of gender equality have emerged all around the world. And now that I have the opportunity to speak upon the gender inequality in Japan, I will take it and hopefully my voice will be heard. The Global Gender Gap Forum report of 2020 ranks Japan 121st out of 153 countries. Let that sink in. It was a decline of 11 places compared to its ranking last year, and a decline of 41 places compared to its first ranking in 2006. So why exactly is Japan ranking so low, you may ask? Well, Prime Minister Abe's central feature of improving gender inequality in Japan revolves around the economic participation of women. Womenomics is what he calls it, and utilizing women was the first term used. Essentially, this so-called strategy is just for Abe to be able to increase the GDP of his country. Utilizing women is exactly what he's doing. After doing more research, I realized that this problem really stems from the lack of political participation from the women. As of now, 2021, there's never been a female head of state, and in the 18-member cabinet, there's only one female. So who does all the decision-making, you may ask? Well, the octogenarian men who are inconsiderate of the developing world are the ones behind this. These men are re-elected one year after another because of the culturally negative perceptions Japanese have on women in leadership roles. According to a study by Kantar and women political leaders, 24% of Japanese said that they would feel comfortable having a woman as a CEO of a major company, compared to 63% in the US. Now you may be thinking, women do not participate much in the Japanese politics, but what about the workforce in general? Well, unfortunately, these gender roles, which were decided a long time ago, still hold women back to this day. For example, Japanese women are expected to stay at home with their newborn. In order to get maternity leave, these mothers are expected to have social insurance. Ironically, social insurance is only for full-time workers. And the strategy that Abe provides these mothers is for part-time workers. In addition, the government only covers up to 8 weeks after the child is born. This means that the child is only 2 months old when the mother is supposed to go back to work. These problems, one after the other, these problems pile up one after the other, and this whole system just seems like a trap. In the end, it becomes a choice for the mother. In the end, it becomes a choice for the women to keep their job and have a steady income, or to start a family and lose their source of income. This has become habitual that when asked, do you think that there is discrimination between men and women? Out of 1,000 respondents, 49.9% said sometimes. But sometimes isn't enough. Usually, countries that are most successful in improving gender inequality are countries with speakers that stand up amongst the population. For example, Nadia Murad. She's a young Iraqi human rights activist who has shared her story of being a victim of rape and other abuses. This has allowed other children and women who are in the same shoes as her to speak out. So will Japan ever overcome these barriers? Most of you have probably seen the recent global outcry on the Olympics chief, Mr. Mori, who made some sexist remarks. In an Olympics committee meeting, he said that women talk too much. Because of the pressure from the media, he quit. But I was thinking to myself, if the media wasn't there, would he have ever quit? And after quitting, he asked one of his friends, another octogenarian man, to take over. Luckily, this triggered public dismay, and it didn't happen. What we need in Japan is the opportunity for both men and women to succeed. We need the efforts of the whole population to work collectively towards this goal. The citizens have to be aware of all the female candidates running for any election and to spread word. The government has to focus on providing a flexible environment for working parents. In addition, the government, instead of focusing on how the woman can take care of the child better, the government should focus on improving facilities such as daycare so that both parents can be working and to provide a sufficient income. The government should focus on creating a flexible environment for working parents. In addition, instead of focusing on the women taking care of their child, they should focus on providing and improving facilities such as daycare so that both parents can work and both parents can earn income. That is why I am reaching out to all the Japanese women out there. We have a voice and we must put it to use. We must come together to create a gender equal society. Thank you.